Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is one I thought I would just kind of throw out there. I figured maybe we all needed to get together and get ready to go out. Now, I do mention in the video that you're gonna have to use your imagination. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna go run the dishwasher and, maybe wrap some presents or something. But I thought, let's pretend that we're going to a Christmas party and that it's going to be big fun. So I busted out some of my favorite products, some of my long-lasting products, just some things I know will get me through a Christmas party if I were actually going. So hopefully you enjoy this video. I just yammered a bit about the goings on in my life at the moment. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think of this kind of video. Let me know what you're doing for the holidays, all the things down there. If you're not already subscribed, now is a great time to do that. I upload several videos a week. I'm gonna leave it there. All right, I'm about to have a very naked face. Brace yourself. We're all zoomed in. I did my brows and primed my eyes, and I'm wearing a shirt. It is, of course, an off-the-shoulder shirt. That's pretty much what I live in, but I'm wearing real clothes again, so woot! All right, so I was thinking for this video, I would be like getting ready for a Christmas party. Now, or a holiday party, doesn't be Christmas, a holiday party. Now I know what you're thinking. There's like zero chance that's actually happening, but we can use our imaginations, right? Like there is a chance I could be going to a Christmas party. I've been to them. I've been to two. So I know how to have a good time. Anyway, so I thought we would do like a start to finish, try to get ready with me if we were going to go out to a party. And so whenever I'm prepping to go somewhere, a bunch of things come into play, but I kind of want to use like my best stuff or my bougiest stuff or, whatever, especially if you don't go out often, which I definitely don't do. So I'm imagining like we're going to a Christmas party and it's going to be so fun. So I decided to break out my Tati Beauty Volume 1 palette. I don't reach for this often. I don't really watch Tati's videos anymore, but if you're looking for a pretty fancy party worthy look, this palette's gonna give it to you. So that's what I'm gonna use today. So I'll put on some makeups, we'll have a little chat, it'll be fun. I am using all my Refer brushes. They've got some color on them because I did just film another look right before this one, so the brushes aren't dirty, they're gently used a few minutes ago. Let's go in with this fluffy brush into the shade Soothe, which is like the lightest brown matte. And I'm just gonna get that going in my transition area. So when I get ready, like if we're gonna go out, I really try to spend some time on, my makeup, my hair, like looking as good as I can. When you are crippled, there are a lot of things that happen, and the most important to me is that I don't want anyone who I'm with to be embarrassed by me, by the fact that I'm crippled. So a lot of times I will do a fairly glam look because then that takes what is it called? That takes the focus off the fact that I'm crippled and puts it onto the fact that my makeup is wild and crazy, usually for a Wednesday night. So I really do try to consider that when I'm putting on makeups and doing stuff. I'm gonna go right into Ritual, which is the darkest brown shade. And the other piece is I don't want anyone to have any kind of weird feeling about it. Like, poor her. It's not poor me. I'm good. I just, can't walk, can't lift my arms, can't do a lot of things. I'm still a good, fun person. So yeah, when I go out, I do tend to put forth quite a bit of effort. And you know, it's fun. If you like makeup and you like doing this kind of a thing, it's fun to just play and, you know, kind of get fancy and have a good time. So I don't think it's that weird, even if it is, you know, self-defense. So, and I used to, my kids, man, Dallas was in, I want to say, first grade, and we went to an open house. And one of his little classmates was like, "What's wrong with your mom?" At that point, I could still walk, and I had to use Canadian crutches. And Dallas was like, "Nothing. Why does she have those things?" He was like, "Oh, her legs are broken." Like, just like that, you know? Just so cool. And now, Dallas is my oldest son. He's so cool. We go to their house for Thanksgiving, and he comes right out and carries me in, puts me on the couch. When we're ready to leave, he carries me back out again. If he takes me to an appointment and it's cold out, he'll pull his truck right up to my door and carry me out and carry me back in. He's a very sweet, and yesterday, proud mom moment, Dallas is 28. Dallas is 28. Weird, I haven't aged a day in all these years. He got his CDL yesterday. We've been kind of studying for it, and I don't know. He got it, and I'm really proud of him because Dallas has some learning disabilities, so studying and testing, not exactly easy for him. So I'm really proud of him. He's doing so good. He's a good dad. He's a good human. Don't tell him I told you this, but he usually calls me every morning on his way to work and every night on his way home from work. And this morning he called me and he was just, you know, yammering, nothing like super important. All right, we're going to go into the metallic Soothe shade, which is the lightest brown. So he called me and he's just, you know, like I said, talking about whatever. And then he said he was supposed to help one of his neighbors fix their camera outside. But one of his kids came home sick yesterday, so he couldn't, you know, leave the kid. And another kid had school potluck. So he asked the guy if he could come over and do it tonight after the kids had dinner and everybody got settled down. And the guy was like, "Sure, of course, no problem." And Dallas says to me, "I should start charging." And I was like, "You are too much your mother's child to charge anybody for anything. You would do it for free before you would ever take any money to do anything." He didn't say anything. He doesn't necessarily love that about him, but I do. I think it's so cool. Right, now we're going into the metallic ritual shade. Just to blend that out here. This is going to be a very neutral look. I would absolutely go out in clown makeup. But I feel like for a holiday party, something a little bit more glam and less clown is the way to go. So, look at that. I mean, that's a really, really pretty look with very minimal effort. And you don't need this palette. I mean, if you have it, bust it out if you like it, but you don't need this one to get this look. I could have done something very similar. We're going into Aura, which is the lightest matte shade, with any of my neutral palettes. So I'm just gonna blend the edges of this. For a long time, before any kind of like big event, Christmas or one of the kids' birthdays or a grandbaby's birthday or just any holiday at all, I have found myself doing all the things. Like I would shave my face and trim my eyebrows and pluck my eyebrows and do masks and really spend some time taking care of myself. And I was thinking about one day, like, what made me do that? I'm just gonna line my upper lash line with some of the Yammery shade, which is the matte black. And I don't know if it's because I get anxious around big events or if it's because I feel old. I don't know what it is, but it's just something that I find myself doing. And it's probably not a bad thing, you know. Take a minute and all the crazy to take care of you. What are some of the things you do prior to an important occasion? I'm just interested in what other people do to prep. Or do you not give it any thought at all? That's fine too. I'm not like judging or anything. I'm just curious. I think with some lashes, this eye look might be done. What do you think? I'm going to use my brown LA Girl eyeliner to line my upper and lower waterline. Sometimes I prefer brown over black. It's just a softer kind of effect. I think I'm going to go off camera real quick and just put on some mascara and a false lash, and then I'll come back and we'll do the face and everything together. It's just that the lash can take a minute if it's not cooperating, so I'll be right back. Okay, lashes are on, and I just went in with my Bye Bye Panda Eyes mascara for my lashes. It's pretty much what I always reach for. It's wicked cheap. It doesn't create mascara can veil over my under eyes. I like it. So let's take off these shadow shields. They're getting skanky, but they've still got some sticky left, so I'm keeping them. All right, I'm going to quickly clean up my under eyes, and then we'll move on to the base. Okay, next up, I'm assuming we want the base to last a while, and because I have a oily T-zone, I'm going to go with my Danessa Myricks. Hey, cat. What you doing? Nothing? Did you even check your dish before you came in here to yell at me? I bet you didn't. Let's go take a reconnoiter. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Where was I before Cat really interrupted? Oh, in case you're wondering, there's food in his dish. I just put it in there. So I'm gonna go in with my Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Powder Balm thingy. And I'm gonna press that into my T-zone. This is where I get oily. So, and I do it with this little puff. I find for me, this is the best application. I tried a brush, I tried my fingers. None of those worked for me. So, oh look, I redid my nails. You can't see them. Just little tips. I copy kittied my niece. She did that and it looked so cute. I was like, can your old aunt copy kitty you too, please? And she said, of course. So I feel like I'm up too high in the camera. So for my foundation, I'm going to go in with the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Foundation. This is, in my opinion, one of the best foundations ever. I really do like it so much. I'm gonna go with it pretty heavy today because we're going for glam, so I don't want all of my yucky bits poking out. So it's gonna be a concealer and foundation heavy-ish day. I just squirted out about that much, which is considerably more than I normally use. But like I said, we're going for a bit fuller coverage. So I'm gonna use this little brush. And I'm really just going to work on blending this out. I don't think you want to watch the whole drawn out process, but this is how I'm going to do it. All right, I've got the foundation all blended out, and you can tell, like, it's not a full coverage. It's a good medium. So I'm going to use my Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation just to further hide some of the yuck I don't really want to see. Yeah, we'll throw some here. I can't use this concealer on my under eyes, but for the rest of my face, I love it. I did take some of the foundation up under my eyes a little bit. So we're just gonna go in with a tiny amount of this concealer just for mostly a brightening effect. I keep my crazy hairs out of the way. I'm gonna use the same brush I used for my foundation and just blend that under my eyes. I start with my under eyes because I don't want any of the other concealer to end up on my under eyes. It doesn't look cute if it gets under there. And then I'm just gonna blend out the best skin ever. This is a very, very good concealer for all over my face. I've been using it kind of as my foundation. I've just been putting it where I want more coverage and then going in with a powder foundation. And it's been looking really, really good. So I'm just pressing that all over, blending it in. You can see this concealer almost completely hides my little red mole thingy. Per usual, I'm just going to bounce over all of that with my damp sponge, just so we don't have any excess product on my skin. And since I want this foundation and concealer to stay looking good the entire time I'm wearing it, whether it's all day, all night, I'm gonna go in with my NJC powder and set all of that down. Starting with where I get the most oils, and then I'll just take a little bit and pat it all over the rest of my face. My face is powdered down. Let's finish up the under eyes. I'm gonna go in with Ritual, which is that darkest brown shade, and I'm just gonna smudge that under my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take Aura, which is the lightest shade, and the matte, and just run that. Can't even really tell. Perhaps we'll go with the metallic Aura shade. Yeah, that's cute and brightening. My eyes are pretty small, so I don't want to put too much darkness on the inner portion because then it makes them look even smaller, which is why I bring my eyeshadow out so far. It just makes my eyes look a little bit bigger, even though they're not. I can fake it a little bit. Now we're gonna do some contour, and I cannot stop using this Kaleidos Trio. The contour shade here in the middle is amazing, and the bronzer, I'm gonna use both. They are so good. So while I'm doing that, I thought I could just yammer a bit more about what we've got going on. My grandbabies, maybe I'll do my lip first, hold on. So all of my grandbabies and my children who can make it are coming over on Saturday. We do our Christmas on Christmas Eve. It's just what's easiest for the kids and the grandbabies, you know, that way they're not having to go out on Christmas and all of that. But when you're watching this tonight after school, my friend Marissa's coming over with her kids, and hopefully all the grandbabies that are available will be coming over, and we're gonna do like a hot chocolate party and ornament making because we haven't had a chance to do it yet. Everyone's been sick, you know, it's just that time of year and all kinds of stuff is going around, so no one's really been able to make it. So we're doing it on Friday. And then I think after the holidays, my sister's coming over and we're gonna do like a hot chocolate party with my nieces and my nephew. So that'll be really, really fun. We gotta do a gift exchange too. So I'm excited for that. I really, really like giving presents so much. It's one of my most favorite things. This bronzer and contour, I am telling you, they are just everything. So I picked out my Glowish blush in Caring Coral. I wanted to do something a bit subtle, but also not too subtle. Because you know me, I like a good clown blush moment. So, oh yeah, that was a good choice, I think. I love blush. More and more, it becomes one of my favorite things Just look at the difference it makes when they say a rosy glow. It is actually fairly useful. Maybe not if you pile it on like I do, because that definitely screams grandma. Whatever. You gotta do what makes you happy, right? Before I go with highlighter, I'm gonna use my L'Oreal powder foundation, and we're just going to buff everything and make sure it looks the way I want it to. What do we think? Good enough so far? For highlight, I opted to go with my Hourglass Luminous Light. I wanted more of a subtle lit from within kind of a glow. Going for subtle sophistication with the clown blush. Who says you can't have it all? That does look really pretty. Right. Now for the rest of the bits. Let's do a little below my brow. Not too much. If you have a fluffy, like hooded brow area, adding too much highlight can make it look fluffier and heavier. That's just not a look I'm going for. I think that's the face done. Let me go off camera, throw some brow gel in my brows, find a lip, and then I'll come back and we can wrap this video up. All right, there we go. That's the look, done and dusted. Let me know in the comment section, is this something you would wear to a holiday party? Are you going to any holiday parties this year? Do you do that? I'm super interested. I have a pretty quiet, boring life, if you don't count the 7 really not quiet grandchildren. So I hope that you like this video. I hope that you're taking care of yourself during this, what can be a very tricky time of year. If you are not surrounded by loved ones, it can be really hard. So hopefully you're doing your best, and that's all you can ask for, really. This is my last talk through video that I'm going to do until after Christmas. So hopefully you have an amazing Christmas, however you choose to celebrate, and I'll see you after. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Be good and remember to be kind to you.